A little bit of a hike up. Alright, so welcome back. Really foggy morning hunting. I'll leave a couple clips here. So tapped out about 9:30 and decided I wanted to come out here and just do some hiking. The other side there, as you can hear, they got a leaf blower hooked up to a small cat machine, so I didn't even go over there. I'm over here doing a trail that I don't normally film or take pictures of. It's one of those, I'm just gonna go, not share this, just go out and enjoy the woods by myself areas. But I figured, what the heck, it's public property, so I'm sharing it with the world. I'm out here, put together a brew kit because it was 2 Fridays that I came out to make coffee and had whoopsies on both of them. Kind of frustrated me. So I put together a dedicated brew kit that I can grab, throw in a pack, and go. I have that, which has coffee and everything in it. Got an MRE, and the brew kit has a stove. So let's finish our hike up, and then we'll head back down to the pavilion and have some lunch. Stick around if you want. Alright, so got another MRE with me today for lunch, and again, this packet does not have coffee. So meatballs and marinara. And this is the brew kit I put together. I do have coffee, little packets, little Ziplocs with at least instant coffee in the pack. But I put this together, picked up some stuff, just to, anytime I'm going out with a backpack, this is going in the backpack. Unless I'm not planning on making coffee. But got this little Stanley press, second one. Got a spork in case there's no spoon if I bring those. And a little stove and lighter. Inside the press, I've got some ground coffee, a little Ziploc with some tea and instant coffee, and of course a cup. So for now, I'm going to get some water going, get the stove going, and wait for everything to heat up. All right, we'll be back with you in a minute. Well, a couple minutes. All right, so got my press going over there. I'm gonna use the toilet paper as a napkin. I don't know if you've ever seen the toilet paper that's in these, but they're kind of these little squares. It's not, I'm not even going to go into it. If you've used them, you know. Alright. I think this should be done. I'm going to let it go for just a little bit longer. Got these breadsticks here. So while I'm oh, give me a second here. I don't know if I'm gonna need a second tab or not. It's really only like in the mid-30s out here. So these things get pretty hot. Let's just set it over there for now. Pretty good. So while I was hunting this morning, I was thinking about some stuff that's, I do this, I'm just kind of turning into a curmudgeon old man. I was thinking about some stuff that kind of Once again, it gets under my skin a little. I don't know how it is in other states, but here in New York, we kind of have doubles of some stuff. Like for our state parks and campgrounds, we have two types. We have state run. Well, they're all run by the state, but we have actual state run where it's more or less there might be one ranger, but the rest of the employees are kind of like plucked from Walmart cashier positions and not really a lot of training or anything. And then we have those that are run by Department of Environmental Conservation, DEC, and there's a difference. Those are pretty much run by NCON officers, and there's a little bit different rules. And New York has cards you can buy. It's like a credit card. You put money on it and you can use it to get access to some of these parks. Now, like the little lake we go over to is an actual state campground. It's not run by DEC. So we can use it for day pass, or we could go in and use it for camping. But now, when we were up at Lake Durant in the Adirondacks, farther up in the Adirondacks, that's actually run by DEC, so you can't use that for camping up there. And it gets kind of confusing. Actually, I'm not even sure you could use it for camping at Lake Moreau, but anyway, it can get confusing. You kind of got to pay attention. You got to read websites. My wife bought the card. She didn't see the little small print that says you can't use it for camping in DEC campgrounds. It is what it is. And we also have what's called wildlife management areas, WMAs, which is a separate scenario from our basic wildlife management unit, which would be WMU. It's confusing because a WMA is located inside a WMU, and wildlife management are a little bit separate from a basic state forest. Some of them you can still hunt and fish and do all that kind of stuff, but the WMAs. But you can't camp, you can't have open fires, and you can't be in there at night. Where your average state forest, you can those you can camp at, you can build fires and stuff like that. And it gets confusing, and it frustrates me that people who live here don't understand this, some of them, or worse, they get it and just don't care. That was probably confusing to most people. It was confusing to talk about. And there's also, which gets kind of in that with hunting, was most of New York now is open for hunting with rifles, but there's a few areas, state forests and WMAs, that still only allow the use of shotgun. They don't allow rifles. Like where I used to live down around the Albany area, example, there's two areas. Thatcher Park has an area where you can hunt, but it's strictly archery, shotgun, and muzzleloader. Can't take a rifle in there. You can't even hunt with a 22 for small game. Shotgun for small game. There's a campground over there called Skodak Island. It's a state campground. got a couple of videos camping there. I think one. I've camped there twice. That's another one. They allow you to hunt in there in a designated area, but it's handgun, muzzleloader, shotgun, and archery. No rifles in there either. And the tricky one with that is that's actually split in half. Half of it's in one WMU, and half of it's in another WMU. So if you're going, and one of them doesn't allow, they don't issue doe permits, and the other one does. So, yeah, I imagine there's some sketchy stuff that goes on. All right. Looks like my coffee is maybe sort of ready. Like I said, I'm not sure how things function in other states. I know some of them have like different zones where, and New York has this too. You take bucks, but not does, and antler restrictions and stuff like that. But when it comes to like the camping, it's a little weird how they let you buy that pass, but limit where you can use it. Hopefully you can hear me. So if you want, let me know in the comments or hop over on the forum and let me know if your state has any crazy laws for hunting and camping, stuff like that, on public land. If you really want to get confused, look up our striper fishing regulations. I can't even go into that. Oh, they fired up the leaf blower again. I'm not supposed to be having this bread or anything like it, or sugar. Yeah, get your headed this way. Cheers. So my plan was to come out, have lunch, and have coffee, and it went according to plan for this week. So that's about it. Like I said, if you want, let me know in the comments. Hop over on the forum, probably a better idea. Like I said, let me know what kind of weird and crazy laws your state has for camping regulations and stuff like that. Alright, stuck around, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.